Abell 2261 is an extremely large galaxy. It is about 1 million light-years across with a 10,000 light-year core. Because of this large galaxy size, we suspect a supermassive black hole to reside in the center. Because Abell is 10 times bigger than the Milky Way, we theorize that the galaxy is likely formed as a merger between multiple galaxies. This is the only way in which we theorize a supermassive black hole can form. Expected mass is 3 to 6 billion suns, although it could be up to 100 billion suns. A group of 7 astrophysicists got together to search for this expected supermassive black hole. They did this by combining data from the Chandra X-ray Observatory and the Hubble. Yet they did not find the black hole. Why do black holes matter? Supermassive black holes might play an important role in star formation within galaxies, dictating when stellar production slows or ceases. The discovery of a supermassive black hole collision would suggest that the final parsec problem has a solution. About 1 parsec apart, there is not a way for black holes to come closer. However, we do see supermassive black holes. At far distances, black holes can move closer together by dynamical friction. When they are close, gravitational waves created by their orbit can cause them to merge. There is a region between these two mechanisms where there seems to be nothing to facilitate orbital decay. The scientists stated their lack of discovery potentially resulting from there either not being a black hole in the galaxy core or the black hole is not accreting. They stated that an observed asymmetry could suggest that a dynamic event had occurred. Gravitational interactions with surrounding material can cause the black hole to bleed off some of its energy and momentum, decreasing its orbital velocity. If enough material falls between the black holes can become closer together. This is what is called dynamical friction. Eventually, the black holes might be able to come close enough for gravitational waves to allow them to merge. One of the black holes might have more momentum than the other, causing the new black hole to move off in a direction. The scientists noticed that a merged black hole might have been ejected in a similar fashion by looking at what is known as isophotes. Isophotes are essentially contour maps of light intensity where if we travel along a line, we will have a constant light intensity. X marks the center of the outermost isophote, which clearly does not match the center of the innermost isophote. Also notice how the isophotes are non-circular. Finally, the scientists noticed a decrease in density approaching the core. These factors identify signals of a dynamic event. If the dynamic event was due to a black hole ejection after a merger, it would signal that a solution to the final parsec problem might exist. This ejection event is also supported by the lack of identification of a black hole in 3 key interest areas. In these interest areas, they looked for X-ray emissions due to accretion onto the black hole. However, all 3 interest areas did not show X-ray emissions, and thus the black hole is not here or is not accreting here. They didn't want to scan the entire image as this would have led to a spurious signal, a signal detection that was not necessarily due to a black hole. They were interested in the stellar knot region because a black hole kicked out would gravitationally pull stars with it. Furthermore, dynamical friction leaves behind a wake of material behind its path. The other interest areas were the radio and optical centers. The radio emissions were from an earlier epoch and cannot be attributed to the black hole. They also determined that there is nothing optically obscuring the black hole. After the release of the paper, multiple news sites have published that the black hole had gone missing. However, there was never evidence that the black hole was ever there, just speculation. The press release from Inverse was the most atrocious, stating that every data point gathered suggested the presence of a massive black hole, which is actually the exact opposite of what the study found. It also stated that scientists are adamant that a black hole is there. However, the study and data suggest that a black hole might not be in the galactic core due to a dynamic event. The press release title states that a black hole had gone missing. However, something cannot go missing if it has never been found. The only image the site showed was this one, which wasn't even in the publication. However, the press release was visually better than others, like the Indian Press, The Sun, and the New York Post. While the title and introduction are very misleading, the article does later redeem itself by recognizing that the black hole might not be accreting or has been ejected. There were even errors within. They stated that they imaged the entire galaxy cluster. However, the scientists specifically said they did not do this due to the likelihood of a spurious signal. They should have talked about how the scientists analyzed only the 3 suspected areas of interest, not the entire cluster. They should have also discussed why the scientists suspected a dynamic event by showing the isophote diagrams.